Saturday, March 28th, Anderson and Roe, the piano duo, are performing along with Wordsmith, a very interesting program at Linehan Concert Hall. And I have the pleasure of talking to Greg Anderson and Elizabeth Joy Roe via Zoom, which is a great pleasure. I have had the great pleasure of watching your videos on YouTube. For people who haven't seen you, how would you describe what you do?
Well, I would say first and foremost that Greg and I are musicians who believe in the power and joy of music and its relevancy to our lives in the 21st century. And we have been so blessed to have formed this partnership nearly 26 years ago. It's been one of the most meaningful and inspiring relationships of our lives. And it's because we have this really dynamic artistic partnership, but also this abiding friendship. And above all, this mission to make classical music a powerful and relevant force in society.
As an ensemble, you do both dual piano and piano for hands, which is interesting. Usually it's one or the other.
Sometimes we're playing on two pianos and we look at each other from 16 feet apart or something and create really symphonic sounds. And it really tests our ability to synchronize from that far apart. And then we contrast that by performing together on a single piano where we are physically interconnected the entire time we're performing, having to navigate one another's bodies and arms and limbs to try and hit all the right keys. And when we do that, it actually feels almost like we're dancers on a dance floor, except four hands on a keyboard.
You've been playing together for 20-some years. I have to ask you the obligatory question, where and how did you meet?
We were actually assigned to the same floor of the Juilliard dorms, and we met during freshman orientation week and very quickly became close friends. It's a very natural thing when you're music students and your friends to just want to play together and spend more time together. So we decided for our junior year chamber music credit to put on a duo piano recital. And it was just something unexpected and serendipitous. We knew that we had similar ideas about music and we loved talking about music and we're both passionate about the piano, but we didn't expect to have such, electrifying musical and creative chemistry. And so many of the elements of what makes our duo kind of unique was there from the beginning. And that was this sort of playfulness and sense of experimentation and this love of exploring new facets of the music that we play, which includes, making new arrangements and compositions and thinking very thoughtfully about programming. And that recital in 2002 was one of those unforgettable moments. There was just so much electricity on stage that our teachers at the time, we were there as soloists, but our teachers were like, you should consider doing this for real. And so from that point forward, we, alongside our solo pursuits, decided to really expand our duo repertoire and partnership.
What I love about this ensemble is that not only is a solo piano an orchestra, but two pianos is like the biggest orchestra ever. You have so many possibilities.
When we started, we weren't setting out to be a duo piano team, but what we found is that the instrumentation allows us to do virtually anything we want. We can tackle some of these pop arrangements and turn them into glittering soundscapes that totally fit the music but sound fresh and new, or we can take on symphonic creations by the great composers, or we can tackle some of the repertoire already composed for this instrumentation. But that flexibility has, I think, been some of the secret sauce in it. We can dance, we can do pop songs, we can play symphonies. It's just endless.
As someone from Montreal, it's always nice to see Leonard Cohen's music on a program, and I'm really intrigued by what you did with the song Hallelujah.
Sure. So, speaking of Leonard Cohen, we took his iconic song and made 8 original variations based on the song. And so much of the message of the song it's very layered and complex, and that inspired us to create variations that also, through almost the musical language of Schubert and Beethoven, we are conveying the message of the song, in which Hallelujah takes on these different meanings. And we think that this set of variations and Cohen's song remains so timeless and speaks to our moment in 2026, where we see a lot of confusion and chaos in the world around us, and we're trying to find something to hold on to and for our lives to take on this sort of meaning and purpose amidst the chaos. And so we think that this song and our piece speaks to that human desire.
You're collaborating with the poet and rapper Wordsmith on this program, and you have a premiere together.
In collaboration with Wordsmith, we've created a brand new work. He titled it Aurora Rise. And he gave us a harmonic cell to work with, which through minimalist techniques we expand upon to create this sense of dawn, of awakening and light. We want that glitter quality. And his text, of course, is just incredible. It's both devastating and transcendental. It almost is looking toward that sense of release and freedom after one might pass away. The whole collaboration, the experience of composing it and working with him has been something that's both very new for us and extremely refreshing. It's really exciting.
You're ending the program with your arrangement of an iconic Paul McCartney tune, Let It Be.
Both of us are huge Beatles fans, and Let It Be fit perfectly within this arc of transcendence, of arising from the darkness. And what we love about the original song is that it's very gospel choir influenced, and so we push that to the max. And we are going to be 2 gospel pianists almost dueling, and it ends up being this cathartic and triumphant almost celebration of human resilience and hope. And we think that this encapsulates the whole program. It's like the apotheosis of the whole program arc, and we love it. It always revs up the crowd, so we hope it does the same.
I've been speaking with Anderson and Rowe, the piano duo, and they are coming to Linehan Concert Hall at UMBC on Saturday, the 28th of March, courtesy of Chamber Music Maryland. Concerts at 7:30. If you'd like more information, you can go to chambermusicmaryland.org.